Hiya, Toots. It's Topless Tuesday. Whoop, 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 whoop. Ow, 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 ow. Wise guy, eh?
Hi there, welcome back to my channel. Today's topic is going to be how to save money in this hobby of ours. It's a tough one, so sit back, relax, listen. You might pick up a few tips you didn't already know. First one we're going to deal with is something that all us people with aquariums tend to do a little bit much. We like to keep our glass really clean. At least I do. If you use products from that are made for specifically cleaning fish tanks and glass, you got to pay through the nose. They're very expensive, and you're gonna go broke on it. If you go and use a window cleaner that's not safe for fish, you're gonna harm them. I like to use something that most of us have in our house right now, and that's vinegar. I use 1 part vinegar, 2 parts water. It's good on fish and chips. It's safe. It's a natural product. Even apparently good for dieting. But that's a different topic altogether. Next, I'm going to take you back here. But let's first, you can see my swordtails. One of the reasons I have swordtails is, well, the first one is I like them. 2, they don't require a high temperature. So in behind there, I've got 4 tanks and 1 heater that heats everything. I heat the small room. That saves me a lot of money. Now these fish themselves will go outside in the summer, and this tank will be shut down. The fish themselves will benefit from being outside, getting natural food, and they'll grow a lot better. And the colors will just explode on them. They'll be absolutely stunning, and they'll produce a lot of fry for me. In return, I can trade those in for something else I need that'll save me some money. If you hold on, I'll take you back inside, and we'll talk a little bit more on saving some money. My heated little fish room. Temperature is almost 80 degrees in here, yet it's set for 74, and you can see it's not on right now. It should be clicking on any second. And with this, the way it's set up is heat obviously rises. It's in a small confined area, so it'll hold its heat. So I try to keep fish that are all in the same temperature range, and that way I don't have to deal with any internal heaters. In this tank, I've just started with some baby killifish. I hope to be able to raise some of those and produce those and trade those in for something else later. Bear with me. On the other side, you can see my endlers. They're doing really well. I only started out with, I think, 9. And I've already got someone lined up who wants some. And in return, I'm going to get some rainbows from that gentleman. So, trading is a great system to save some money. I certainly enjoy that a lot. I really like saving money a lot too. Again, all these fish that are inside should be able to go outside for the summer, and these tanks themselves will be shut down. And the plants will be able to grow. I will keep some light going, obviously. Bear with me, we'll go back out to the other room and I'm going to show you how to save some more money. So behind me is my 1 tank of my future brood stock, or hope to be some future brood stock. There's definitely some keepers in there of my shabunkins. They'll go outside and go into my hydroponic pond, where again I'll produce my own vegetables and fruit using the waste from the fish. That's going to save me some more money. Speaking of that,
what I do with my vegetables is most of them are containers, except for my tomatoes. I run my tomatoes along the side of the house, and I have basically one hose and pump geared for just them. I pump all the water out of a filter almost every day, unless it rains, and they get all the nutrients from the fish waste. Now, a lot of people will do a water change, and I'm all for doing some water changes. But this way, I'm not wasting any water. I'm not dumping it out. I'm actually feeding plants that are in turn going to feed me and my family. I also grow numerous other types of vegetables and fruit. I do that through hydroponics, and also just in containers. And what I was able to produce this year is, this is some salsa. That's the hot salsa. This was some plum jam from my one plum tree. This was some hotter salsa. This is from green tomato salsa. And this is some pasta sauce. All from very few plants themselves that I was able to grow with just using fish water waste. That saved me a lot of money. Remember when I said I raised the shabumpkins? Now, I traded a lot of shabumpkins to a large greenhouse koi facility. In return, I got soil. I got a hydroponic pump. I also got fertilizer and some triple mix. In return, that grew me more vegetables, which saved me more money. That same place, I go and I help cull their koi. In return, I get some free fish. Now, I'm not making any money, but I'm doing something I enjoy. I'm learning, and I'm getting free fish. Do you see the cycle here? Free is better. As far as some of the other stuff I've done, I've raised fancy goldfish, and I traded those this year. You may have seen some of them. And I traded those to a local pet store or fish store. In return, I got a huge bag of Northfin koi feed. That would have cost me $100. But I got to see these beautiful goldfish for over a year, and then in the fall, I trade them off. So all the people that, like, let's say UK in particular, shabumpkins are a dime a dozen. But if you want to raise fantails, well, a lot of you folks with the grow-out ponds and the sleeper ponds also have wildlife ponds in your yard. I mean, if you put shabumpkins or fancy goldfish or some other fish that you could trade off, it may cut your costs in feed or something else. In behind me, for example, I've got a ton of duckweed that I didn't want to begin with, but I'm not going to waste it. I'm going to give it to my koi that are inside because they just love it. And it's no use to me, but again, it's giving nutrients free to the fish. I'm going to take you into the other fish room, and I'm going to tell you why I save money there is because they're cool water species. Now, stay with me. Sorry about the maple leaf thing. I got a bit of an addiction there. So you're in my cool room, fish room, and why I call it a cool room is I don't heat it. The tanks aren't heated, so it can get a little chilly in here. If you want to look over here, I do have a vent that if I want to turn the fan on from my heated fish room, I can blow heat in here really quick and warm it right up. The advantage of having this cooler room is I can also keep other species rather than just cyprids. I can keep barbs. I go, yes, the barbs do great in cool water temperatures. Most of the barbs actually do quite well. I can keep white mountain minnows. There's so many things I can do with cool water species. And again, that doesn't eat up the hydro. But as you noticed by going around, I have a lot of hang on the back filters. Buying these cartridges when you buy 3 of them for $20 can eat up a lot of money. And you can only rinse them once or twice. So here, garbage. So what I did was I bought 4 of these. It cost me $9.99 Canadian, which is like $7 American, or probably £2 in the UK. I trace the cartridges out. I'm able to get about 10 per roll, or 10 per sheet. That's a great savings, and they go on forever and ever. And you know, if someone's going to say something about, well, you don't have any carbon filtration. Well, you buy the big bottle, and instead of buying individual where you're paying money for the mesh, well, when you get groceries next time. So this is what you get your garlic in, and just close them off, fill up as much carbon as you think you need, and you're going to save a lot of money doing that as well. For those DIY people, or people with barrel filters, or some of the circular filters, what I do is I grab one of these, or actually a pack. They usually come in about 4. They're industrial cleaning pads that you can get from any kind of hardware or cleaning store. They come in various colors, from white, black, beigey, and red. And they're all different densities, which you want for a good scrubbing pad for your filters. You're going to save at least 2/3 of the price of buying anything that's fish related, because they really hammer you as soon as you have anything to do with a hobby. It's everything's double, triple in price. So we had great success growing our own vegetables last year. You saw some of the preserves we did, but we grew a lot of lettuce and peppers. We were able to freeze some of the peppers, but obviously lettuce, you have to use it or lose it. So I think for the fall, we're going to do a little hydroponics in the cool room, because we really missed having fresh lettuce, and there's something about homegrown lettuce that has a far better taste than what you get in the grocery store. And if anyone didn't notice the jack up in prices over the winter, they certainly scared the heck out of me. So I think it's going to be a great way to save money, is growing your own vegetables indoor over the winter and the fall when you can't do it outside. Speaking of growing something, you should try to grow or cultivate a relationship with your pet store, or your pet shop, or your koi shop, or even in your gardening center. By now, I would think they probably already know you, because you've been in there a ton of times. They certainly know me. So cultivate that relationship. See what they are unable to obtain or grow or get, and then work out a deal where you produce that and supply them. It's a great barter system, great trade system that both groups benefit. This can be done in all the communities, whether it's the fish, koi community, or even in the gardening community.
stores are really looking for stuff they can't get in, especially right now when it's so hard to get stuff shipped. So cultivate that relationship. That'll earn you a lot of points and save you a lot of money. Well, stay tuned for the shout out. It's going to be a great one. And again, if you want a shout out, all you need to do is subscribe, watch some of my videos, hit like. I'll gladly check out your channel. And if I like it, I'll be more than happy to give you a shout out. Thanks. Stay tuned.
This shout out goes to a really great guy, that being Raleigh from Fish Keeping Jamaica. Raleigh is a great advocate of everyone in this hobby, whether you're into koi or you're into tropicals or just into any type of fish keeping. He supports everyone, doesn't matter where you're from, what background you are also come from. This man sees no barriers. All he sees is beautiful fish. We really need more people in the world like Raleigh. He just shows his love for everyone that is in the fish keeping world. He's a great person to do a collaboration with. He's the first one to lend a helping hand. Raleigh himself is a school teacher, believe it or not. What a bunch of lucky kids going to school and having him as your teacher. I can't think of what a great person and what lucky students they are. As far as his fish keeping, he has numerous container ponds where he breeds everything from cichlids to live bears to goldfish, that being shabumpkins, fancy goldfish, and also he breeds his own koi. He sells these off. He's got a great business going there. He really enjoys it when it's a rainy season because, according to him, it makes his fish all horny, and they all seem to spawn at once for him, so he gets very busy during their rainy season. The benefits for him in Jamaica is he doesn't have to heat any of his tanks. Sometimes he has to worry about trying to keep them cooler, but he doesn't have to heat anything. He's got lots of natural vegetation in his ponds for them to breed in. He's just a really interesting guy with just a pleasing personality, and he's a great guy to talk to, whether it's through Skype or through any other social media means. He's just, he's the salt of the earth, and if you haven't done so already, go check this guy out. You won't regret it. And we'll see you in the next video.